All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy July 1st. It is Wednesday. Got NASDAQ on the screen here. Got some fresh cold brew. So a little gap lower this morning. Following yesterday was just like a drift higher sort of session after that initial break of the 200. Look at the volume. Look at all that volume. Just very low volume, below average for majority of the day. Price marked a high right at 600, and then overnight we're trading lower. So we got some volume coming in now, and price is almost into that 200 LOI. So that's the main level I'd like to look at for today, for this morning anyway. If we take a look at the structure here, you're gonna see this area. Test, slices through, and a real test there. Then contract roll. Open from that contract rolls right through there as well. So basically, the thought is that if this level can hold, price can trade back up into 400, maybe even the 600 area. If it fails, I would expect 30K to trade, which is the weekly volume point of control. I believe the prior day low is also right through there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, prior day low at 33. Okay. And I would watch for buying activity in this area. If that spot failed to hold as support, just based on this chart here, it can really open up much lower. And you probably see someone attempt to bid at the value area low there near 830. But as far as actual structural levels, down into the 600 area. So game plan this morning is primarily focused on how price responds to 200. I like the bounce. I like to see a bounce idea. Hopefully it's not right off the open. We'll see here. We shall see. Yesterday ended up being a true no trade day. Took zero trades. And personally happy with that decision, just based on the action. Monday was a banger, so don't need to force anything after that. We've got about 3 minutes till the open. As far as data prints this morning, we do have a 9:45 and a 10 a.m. print. So let's see what that is looking like. Yeah, it's a fresh month. It is a fresh month. So we want to take those lessons from June, carry them with us into July to improve our game. The big takeaway from June for me was the structure expansion that we saw. Intraday structure specifically is what I'm talking about. A lot of those structure based opportunities that I like to look for entries were very, very wide. And if you're not paying attention, that can be, I mean, really, if you're not paying close attention, it could be catastrophic. So just keeping a closer eye on how large those structures are and making sure we are sized appropriately. We'll see how that continues to develop into July. All right, here comes that open. So let's see. Let's see what we're working with this morning. There's your opening print, 236. Turn view froze there for a sec. So into 200. Five-minute shows that gap lower. Still within prior day's range though. So good volume off the open. That is encouraging to see. ES has swept the overnight high. That's a very, very different picture there in ES. Sorry, that was RTY I was looking at just now, not ES. Yeah, ES pretty much mirroring NASDAQ. So almost into 100. I'm looking at 30K from this point. Either a reclaim and retest of 200 or reversal / spring setup versus the 30K area with prior day low in that same spot. Little bit lower. back into 100. Good volume this morning. Yeah, ES potentially with the spring setup there, overnight low. Little retest near 200 for NASDAQ. So let's see how this 200 area is going to be treated. 185 right now. Opening 15-minute bar is about to close. There we go. Back into the lows. We'll test and reject near the 200. Someone likes that 100 level. Not me, but someone does. It's a 15-minute what? Oh no, fatigue. Oh no. Another fallen soldier. There's a true retest at 200. So reclaim and retest I could definitely work with. I'd like to see a new high of day. Yeah, break 260, come back, retest. Like kind of thinking like this. Boop. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, 215. Opening print just right up here, 235. More data at 10 a.m. 10 minutes. NQ just sitting right here at 200. Still looking for either the new high of day and then a retest near 200, or I'll wait for the 30K if that's still in the cards. Mr. Noodle, I've started learning volume profile strategies, and it actually makes more sense than ICT. Making more sense than ICT is a very low bar, but yeah, I agree with you. Volume profile, beautiful, beautiful thing. Bills, do you looking at other sessions like Asia? No, I pretty much just focus on primarily the first 90 minutes, first 2 hours of the regular sesh. Okay, NASDAQ almost a fresh high, almost a new high on the day. It's been a pretty slow open for me. Still cash. We do have the NFP tomorrow. Don't forget that market is closed on Friday. It's like the session high just perfectly retested right there. To the tick. So again, like to see that fresh high, then a retest into the 200, ideally with some elevated volume. We do have some data here in about 3.5 minutes as well. Looks like that opening 30-minute candle could be a hammer. See if this thing can close near the highs. All right, 90 seconds till 10 a.m. Jeff says, been screen recording my sessions and reviewing in the evening. I put myself in some really bad positions watching from an observer perspective. Lots of things to clean up. Absolutely love that. I love that. That's like reviewing game tape right there. That's awesome. Keep it up, Jeff. That's a winning habit right there, definitely. Okay, so NASDAQ still retesting the highs. We got data here in 1 minute. Fresh highs being marked just ahead of 10. There's 10 a.m. There's VWAP 300 area. ES is marking fresh highs on the day. Wow, that ES overnight low spring setup. So far marked the low for today. It's pretty nice down there. Pretty nice, that ES trade. No position, personally. Drew, first time here. Love your patience so far. Feel like I would have been racking my brain to decide where to enter. Yeah, it helps when you have a plan prior to the open about where you want to engage and really what you want to see for the day. So I share my notes every morning in the Traders Think Tank, just kind of giving a bird's eye view, bird's eye overview, what the higher time frame structure is showing, and then how I personally want to position the test and reject at VWAP right near 300. I'd like to see the 200 area trade again. Where's the volume? Volume died down. Mario tough spot here. Looking at overnight low 212 zone. If we get there, yeah, I want to see pull back kind of right into here. Give me a signal for the long idea. 30-minute did close as a big hammer. We're above that 200 pivot so far. So if this hourly bar and this 30-minute bar can show some follow through. Do, 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 do. Yeah, the low volume is a killer right now. Definitely. Jeff, 50 FBZ. Let's see. Throw the fibbler. Yeah, it's right there. Mm-hmm. Volume has just left the building here. All below average. Nasdaq retesting the highs. New high of day. So no re-entry, no initial entry for that matter, granted at the 200 just yet. The prior day low was front run, so we're looking at either a prior day low spring setup down into here. That idea was front run versus 100. Now I kind of want to see if this is still going to pull back into the 200 area. RTY is flying. YM absolutely flying. Patience key right now. It's the main thing. So price just continues to press the highs with zero volume, all below average volume since about 9:45. ES now into the overnight high. So from overnight low sprang pretty much directly into that overnight high. What a move there on that ES. Clean. See if we get a little bit more of a rejection right here. There we go. See if sellers actually come in now. It's a little better. Into 250. Can we get another 50 points lower with some volume? Nope. Yeah, just buyers just instantly absorb. Slow day in the office. Yep. Look at the volume though. No real surprise with this volume. We're staying patient. Let the trade come to us. We don't need to force anything. Still might see that setup. Almost 1 hour in, volume has completely died. This might be another cash day by the looks of it. How's the morning for everyone? Cash, green, cash. All cash on my end. Cash day. Vid, now I realize that watching your Notion journaling videos back in January played a huge role in improving my process. June marked my 4th consecutive profitable month of trading. Congrats. Wow. Wow. Well done. Just goes to show journaling, trade review, essential. Has a huge impact on your end of day results, end of month. Takes time to see it, but doing that review process, doing that reflection, doing that journaling makes a real impact. It's definitely, I mean, it's work, right? It's not exciting. It is work, but that's where the real sauce is at. So congrats. Love to hear it. And if you don't, if you're reading that, if you're hearing this and you don't currently review, you don't currently journal or do anything, you don't look at your previous trades, that should be all the proof you need right there. Andreas, big shout out to journaling, doing the trade 30 for 30 challenge, and the think tank has made an immense improvement in my process too, pushing me into profitability. Heck yes. I love that. I love that. I love that. that goal of consistent profitability is right there in front of everyone. You can grab it. Just got to be willing to put in a little bit of work. Yeah, even just 30 days of trade review can make a huge impact. So challenge yourself. I encourage everyone to challenge yourself in July. Do it. Try and do a full month of review. I talk about review a lot because I just know majority of developing traders are not doing it, or if they do it, it's just like such minimal effort. You take it seriously. You actually look at mistakes that you've made. Look for those repeat errors that keep showing up in your trading. It's a surefire way to get better at the craft. NASDAQ, let's see if we get the rollover here. Show me 200. Price could not break above that VWAP. VWAP holding pretty nicely as resistance. VWAPy. Little uptick in volume on this candle, still technically below average. Back into the opening print at 235. Here comes overnight low. So let's see, 213, 200 area. Yusuf, can you please give me some advice? I passed 12 funded account. I only managed to get 2 payouts from 2 accounts in 2 years from learning. I'm struggling to find consistency. Any advice? Without actually seeing any of your trades or what you're doing in the market, there's really not much I can say that will be impactful. You could be strategy hopping, could be deviating from your strategy, could be oversizing. You might not be trading a strategy at all. Your strategy might not have any edge. I mean, there's a million different things. In general, I would say exactly what we were just talking about. Review, review your trades. Look for the issue. Look for recurring errors. Then those recurring errors will typically be at least one of your profit leaks. You then create a game plan, create rules, create frameworks to patch that profit leak, and then start working on the next one. Trading is just a constant game of reviewing your actions in the market and then iterating on improvements. So NQ's into the overnight low right now. I'm waiting for a little bit lower just based on the volume. I don't need to force anything here. It's a good way to get run over. Bills, you usually know exactly what's wrong with your trading, just got to have the guts to face it. Yeah, there's definitely some truth to that. Absolutely. For me, it was never about the strategy or anything. It was all my setbacks were always from emotional crash outs, like just deviating from the strategy. Those tail events, if you will, long tail events that just set you back a long time. All right, I want to see this 1 minute closure right here. We have a little uptick in volume. All right, put the stop in. First peel, about 45 points of risk there. First peel is off, so we take off the first peel at 0.5 R. Go for 1 R on that second peel. See if it gets there. That's going to be just shy of volume point of control and VWAP area. Notice how the volume came in right at the level. So it's pretty much exactly what I wanted to see. What the trade does from here is totally out of my control. So just wait for the conditions and the location to be correct. Place the trade, and then whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. How many accounts you copy trading? I'll just account 35. There's PJ. Now we ride for prior day high. Today, my TP was your long entry out for 1R. Nice. Solid work. That's what makes a market right there. Oh, what is that song? That's not going to work. Yeah, so I'd just like to see price get right back into that 300. Obviously, my peel will be before then, and then we'll trail the rest. Trail the runner. So on that idea, we had, of course, the level of interest, overnight low, reference point, volume came in, and then the fib is there as well, which is helpful. So a little cluster of reference points adds confluence to the trade idea. See if we get a little bit more here. Into the 70. Back into the entry. And volume died again right there, so it's not a great sign. Coming back for 200. So if 200 breaks, this will likely function as a lower high. And then beneath there, just kind of looking for it. If we see a break at 200 and acceptance beneath 200, I still like the 30K prior day low. PDL. PJ trailed at 250. Nice. There's 210. See ES, some churn near that overnight high. RTY definitely pulling in. RTY swept last week's high. Looked above last week's high, is now trading against prior day high with the overnight high and VWAP a little bit lower. And YM a little churn near that prior day high as well. See where my 5 minute is at. Okay. And it looks like stop out seems pretty likely here. Glad I got the first peel. Peel is doing his job. There it is. So down beneath 200. Let's see if we get some acceleration here for session low. And then really the 30K volume's starting to improve a little bit. I like to see that. ES rolling over. Yeah, this is getting a little more interesting. At least APT shorted VWAP right before. Oh, wow. Very nice. Almost into PT2. Looks like it had a trade pre-market too. Nice. Nothing in YM. Not bad. Not bad. APT. Gotta love some automation. Automation Nation. APT June recap video. Should be able to record it today. Be up on the channel soon. It's a nice month. Nice month for APT. Started with some volatility, but a very nice month. Okay, so NASDAQ coming back into 200. See if there's a rejection here. There's value area low for the regular sesh. Just blew an eval on that dump. Rough. Sorry to hear. That's never fun. So Nasdaq watching this 200 level. $215. So back into that overnight low. $210. 220. 230. Was my earlier entry shakeout? Let's see. Volume point of control now right through here. 225 area. Back into 200. Okay. Might be another lower high right there. Back into the 180s. $175. Really want to see like down here. Okay, back into the structure low. Let's see this break. 140. Little uptick in volume right there. About to have a fresh 15-minute bar, 30-minute bar. There's 11 a.m. Okay. So still right here near 200. Let's see how this unfolds. Overnight low. Volume point of control. Let me see that 5 again. 5 definitely looks more interesting. So just kind of watching to see how price responds to this local structure here, 230, 240 area. Okay, there's 250. So now if another long entry can materialize near the 200, definitely not opposed to trying this initial idea again. Hopefully this isn't just a momentum move now, which it very well could be. There's 260, 270s. ES marking fresh highs on the sesh. RTY, nice THT entry a little earlier with the overnight high there as well. Looks like YM, fresh highs. Damn, that APT NQ trade closed flat after being up big. That's the shape of the edge. Personally, stuff like that doesn't bother me. So NASDAQ into value area high. Volume is definitely improved compared to around that 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. period there. So this is where I want to see the reaction near 200. A little bit lower. It's a little better. See how this closes right here, 10 seconds. So give this 200 idea a second try. And give me the same amount of buffer there. If this one fails again, I'll be done with 200 for the time being, and we'll wait for the 30K. But I did like this. Did like this push here. Thought is that this can kind of curl higher now. We'll see. No follow through. PJ feels like we're getting killed by MU right now, so heavy. Wow, MU's down 9%. Sheesh. Mhm. See if the first peel can come off right here. Give me the peel. Come on. A little more. Thank you. All right. First peel's off. Drop that down. Real question right now is if the 70 can break 270 area, RTH value area high. Obviously, some intraday structure through there as well. Mario's in there. Nice. Peter just had to say something so NQ could prove me wrong. Hey, man, thanks. Appreciate it. Helping out the team. That's teamwork right there. We need to see the seller right here in the 270s lift. Intraday structure there. VWAP in one platform is 270 and the other is 320. I hate that. I absolutely hate that when they don't align. You'll have all the settings the same, and then it's like, what is going on here? But this kind of looks like it could curl higher here. 270 is kind of the level to break right now. 5 minute looks better. ES is marking new highs. Okay, second peel is off. That's 1R captured on trade number 2. And the rest is the runner is risk-free, so risk-free runner. Even if this runner gets trailed out at my entry, I'll just be flat on the days. So whatever. Recovered that earlier loss. Going for 320, the session highs there. I like it. Yeah. At 320, I'll start to trail more tightly, but ideally I want to see some structure, like another little 1 minute higher low kind of develop. PJ, they can have it at 300. Nice. Mario's up to BE. Solid. Don up 230 today. Nice work. Andreas canceled the order. That hesitation. That's what kills right there. So we can see that on TradingView, NQ is bumping into VWAP right here, like pretty much to the tick, 287-ish, call it. Right there. So if price can now break above the 290s, that'll give me a little foothold to kind of lift the trail. I like to put the trail just kind of beneath 260. We can see a break at 290 right now. And I'll treat that as kind of like a micro structure. Let's check the 30-second. Yeah. Come on, break 290s. So this pattern here showed a pretty kind of clean turn higher. Initially, I was too early, right? But we waited, we stayed patient, we let the intraday structure develop, and then we found another entry right near the pretty much near the exact same price point. Although this one, the later entry, obviously has much better expected value because of the prior structure. So NASDAQ is into 300 right now. And basically, we just want to see how are the highs going to be treated. Keep some runners for 400. Let's go, Mario. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm trailing 259 right now. That'll lock in at the very least a small green day. So NASDAQ just shy of the highs. Obviously, some profit taking right there, 315. Give me a clean break of the highs and just a ripstick. I don't know if it's going to happen with this volume. Let's get that push. Mario peeled 310. Let's go, man. Nice work. Nice trade. Okay, if we can see a break now, the 315s, I'll lift trail to about 285. Okay, come on, break 315s. Come on. All right, that's better. And new high of day officially. Yep, new high of day for NASDAQ. Patience pays. Patience pays right there. Let's see if we now, hopefully, no upthrust, no UPT. Smooth continuation of 400, zero pullbacks, just nonstop vertical. Let's go. Come on. NQ, a little hesitation right there. Not what I want to see personally. ES just above prior day high, just steady. That ES just steady. RTY, new high of day. The THT on RTY was super clean with the confluence of some other reference points there. If you trade THT, that is definitely one to study. I think I'm looking at the 5-minute chart on RTY. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. Okay, 330s. Come on, push this. Push, push. Let's get it. After this, I got to make some eggs. Way too hungry right now. So trail's still sitting down here near 280, right around 1R. Price is doing a nice job holding near the highs here. So we didn't have any immediate rejection, which is, in my opinion, very encouraging. Andreas, one more green APT day and I may qualify for my first payout ever. Wow. Wow. Congrats. That's huge, man. So 5 minute, what are we looking at? Price is just shy. So we have some prior day structure through here. Yeah, that 320 area. Can we get a little more continuation? Then a prior day value area low, 365. Maybe not. Back into 300. See if we get the hold right here at the 00. Yeah, we may get trailed right now. That'll lock in a green day though, so we'll take it. We will take it. Oh, might be a chance here. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. Umbra 400 maybe. That's definitely the upside target. Absolutely. Just need price to show acceptance above the session highs, above the 320, especially with below average volume and NFP tomorrow. But everything else is trending. ES session highs, YM session highs, RTY session highs. If MU can catch a little bit of a bid, That would definitely help our case here. Next 30-minute bar is about to open up here in 2 minutes. 11:30. All right, and is that a new high? Is that a new high of day? Not quite. One tick away. There's your new high. No point in lifting the trail. I mean, the structure, I'll give it a little bit. The structure's right there. There's 340s, 345. Prior day value area low is 363. How we doing? Who's still riding? Anyone riding? Just slow drift. But we had a good entry, so we just want to try and let it work. I want to see those 320s hold. I want to see the prior high holding. I'm going to lift this a little more. Right now we are 100 points floating. Fresh highs, 350. Let's just go straight for 400. I'm going to throw an order out. Probably front run the 400 a little right through there. Oh, MU may be starting to curl higher. That may help here. This Nasdaq volume, for the most part, we've got some isolated 1.1 to 1.5x, but largely below average volume. It's that prior day value area low, almost to the tick right there. So it looks like it's going to be an inside day ahead of tomorrow's NFP. Mhm. Get a little micro retest into the 320s. And we may kiss the trail here. Mario trailed it. Nice trade, man. Beautiful. I may get trailed here myself, 305. There's the trail. All right. We'll take that green day. We'll take it. Same idea on both trades, looking for the longs versus the 200 level of interest with overnight low right through there as well. Initially, I thought it looked pretty good. First little uptick in volume we had seen all morning from about 9:45 a.m. Really nice signal bar, just did not show the follow through. So got our first peel, stopped out of the rest, and then as the structure developed, kind of showing you that it potentially wants to curl higher, right? See this right through here? That gives you a nice entry. So it kind of price breaks this local trend lower just from VWAP, breaks that most recent lower high, and then gives you the entry. Pretty much in perfect alignment with the overnight low, the level of interest, and then the intraday structure. That was where we entered. A little patience goes a long way. Hope you guys had a good morning. I'm going to call it right there. Lock in the green day. We'll keep it going in the traders think tank this morning, but I've got fairly low expectations for the rest of today, just based on price, current location, the volume. This is an inside day, and then tomorrow is NFP. So some of the better ops might be behind us now. As always, thanks for your time. Appreciate you guys sticking with me for the stream every morning. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.